Hi, my loves. Welcome back. If you're new, before you do anything else, you know your girl is very informational. I will give you all the deets, everything you need to know in like under 10 minutes. So please hit that subscribe button down below. But without further ado, what is that? I miss y'all. Like, I miss doing YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, when COVID hit, so did I definitely took a well-needed break. I needed this, y'all. Like, I kind of felt like YouTube was becoming a chore and I had so much stuff to do, and honestly I just wanted to like relax. And now I'm kind of, getting in my groove and wanting to come back and actually do my hair and makeup and look presentable, because y'all, I was looking like Will Ferrell off of Elf, okay, for the absolute longest. Now I don't remember what to look. Do I want to look here or do I want to look here? I'm gonna look right here, which is weird. Okay, anyways, but today's video, the title speaks for itself. I'm gonna not only give you all wholesale vendors, but I'm gonna tell you all how to find wholesale vendors, one, without even going to Google, without buying it. And believe it or not, I started my own clothing line. So here's one of the, and I hand tie-dyed this, y'all. Here's one of the outfits here. It's comfy, cozy, for the girl on the go and who likes to travel, which is me. So my website is also down below, so go check me out. Anyway, so when I started my clothing line, I did spend about $100 on vendors. Y'all, I spent a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. Sorry if I'm looking two different ways. I don't know to look at myself or to look directly in the camera. Anyway, I just spent a lot of money, and I was like, dang, I only had one vendor, or one person, I guess, who posted a vendor list. And I will say that her vendor list was a little bit too much for me, but I end up finding a lot of good places. I will go ahead and drop and say this: LA Showroom and fashiongo.net are the top two places to go and look. However, LA Showroom, which is the biggest and the most known for finding vendors, is extremely hard, y'all. It's been months and I'm still trying to get onto their site. You have to actually purchase before signing up for their site. So not only do they require a business license, they also require, I believe it's your DBA. I want to say driver's license. It's like 2 forms of identification, but then they also want, or maybe it's just the DBA, or 3 forms of like a purchase order. So I'm like, well, wait a minute, like that means I actually have to find other vendors and purchase from, because they want to see the finished, we ship the items off and the order is complete receipt from these companies. And it does have to look a certain way. It's a lot to deal with. Fashiongo.net was a lot easier to get a part of. And to be quite honest, I found almost all of my clothes from there. It is different vendors. It took me like 5 hours for like 3-4 days straight to find everything that I wanted, because it is so much. But Fashion Go was the one that I ended up using a lot. I did use other vendors. A lot of my vendors are not in the US, and nor are they from China. And I know, like, why are you helping us out? Like, why are you giving us this? Something that I learned real quick. So here's the hidden gems. When you go to these different YouTube channels and they're like, oh, here's all the vendors, and you're thinking to myself, okay, so why are you giving me your vendor list? Number one, no vendor will have everything that you're looking for. So I have like 7 different vendors that I might have gotten like 1 or 2 items from, and that's it. And then once they sell out, they sell out. They might bring the item back, they might not. It really just depends. So that was one thing. Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, okay, so just because I'm trying to get your item, when you brought that was probably like a year ago by the time that we're actually seeing it. So that was that. Another thing, their pockets may be a little bit different. Some of the vendors that a lot of these companies were quote unquote giving out even for free were really expensive. Like, the cost that they were charging for that one item was how much I would pay for it regularly. To me, it wasn't like a discount. And now I see why some boutiques are charging so much for certain items, and that's because hello, the regular item itself was like 30 something dollars. And to be honest, that's how much I would pay for it, is $30. But if I'm trying to make a profit, I want to double that and then add on the cost of shipping and taxes and packaging, things like that. So it's like, will my audience pay for something like this? So some of the items that I'm giving you out, you probably have heard before, but here's the easiest way to find vendors, y'all. Number one, Fashion Nova and a lot of these boutiques have been caught slipping. I see it all the time, and I literally just out of the whim just so happened to look, and I was like, hold up, I brought this from Fashion Nova. This does not say Fashion Nova. So hold up. A lot of times the companies will still keep the tags on it. So here's one. It's justblackdenim.com. I brought some jeans from a boutique, and this was, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. This was their tag that was on it. I was like, dang, y'all. So here's another company which is really popular. A lot of either free vendor lists or a lot of paid vendor lists will have this vendor on there. And to be quite honest, this site is really nice. They do have some Instagram type stuff, but it is expensive. Like, I tried to purchase an item from it, and for a pack of 6 was like $150. Which I know you're saying, oh, that's not a lot, but think that's just one item. Another thing about these different vendors is the sizing, especially with some of these vendors that you see a lot of Instagram baddies or Instagram boutiques come up with. Their sizing is not for everybody. It's more so for petite women. And I try to cater to all women. Like, a lot of my friends have like triple D's, you know, they're really big bone women, like beautiful women, but it's like they can't all wear my size, you know. So I was trying to cater to everybody, and that was the hardest part, because a lot of these companies do not have plus size. So if you're trying to cater to plus size women, then yeah, Fashion Go, you'll have to look on there and see what they have, because they do have vendors for that as well. Here's another company, Active USA. I saw this on a shirt that I want to say I brought from, again, Fashion Nova, and I was like, oh snap, okay, so I saved this for y'all. And here is another company that was on an outfit that I had. So I purchased this one. I can't remember where I purchased this jacket from, y'all. I think it, yeah, I really can't remember. It's been so long ago. But I opened up the jacket and I was like, oh snap, okay, like do companies not want to pay the extra money to get their own labeling on it? I think that's really important. If you open up your own business, take this tag off. If you want to keep this, that's fine. Make sure like this tag right here, or the tags on the inside, you take that off too if it has your vendor company and you're trying to keep everything discreet. And then take these off too. Like, that kind of really hurts your business, especially if somebody is shopping to start their own fashion company. You don't want those issues. So this jacket, it was actually a pants set, but when I brought it, it was too small. So I originally, this is way before I started my own line, I went back to this company to see like, oh, well, maybe I can just purchase a bigger size from this one. And I was like, oh snap, this is Wholesale. So this company also has plus size as well, if you're looking for plus size. Oh, here was one of the companies from, I don't know if you can see that. This was from Fashion Nova, and it was just their basic top or whatever. And I'm like, okay, y'all clearly didn't care. And Fashion Nova is the main company that I catch slipping, along with like Shop Sonia Bees. I think that's the name. Oh my God, I think it's like Diva Boutique or something like that on Instagram. But this one is Ambiance. So I guess they also have basics too. I don't think I checked this one out because I found what I needed to. So this one was from, and here's these jeans right here, Just USA. And these are really, really nice. However, these pants regularly, like wholesale price, are really expensive when I search this up. And this was from a different, so there's multiple like LA showroom type sites, and I was just like, oh, okay, like the regular price for these was like $30 something, and it was well over $200 for, you know, like a pack of 6. And I was just like, okay, no, like I can't afford that starting out. So this again is Fashion Nova. I brought this from Fashion Nova. I didn't even realize that they didn't put their tag in there. So Day and Night. So if you go to Google, just put in, you know, day and night wholesale something something and see whatever pops up or whatever. I have not checked this one out either, so I'm not too sure. And here was another one, Sand Joy. This was really pretty. I've never worn this, y'all. I originally wanted to wear it for a photo shoot and I never wore it, but I just so happened to go through my closet trying to pull out clothes for this video, and then boop, I saw this and I was like, oh great, let me show y'all that. And this I actually brought inside of the store. So it wasn't like, you know, I brought it offline or whatever. No, I purchased this in the store. And I can't for the life of me think of the name of the store, y'all, but it was, I won't call it a ghetto store, but it's something that we probably don't shop at no more. But anyways, so those are the few items that I wanted to show y'all. Those are a few of the companies. I'd say definitely like the LA showroom, fashiongo.net are the main ones that you need. You can just honestly go to Google and put in wholesale vendors, you know, from different places to see what you can find. But in all honesty, go to your closet, even your shoes, your accessories. Like, look at the packaging and see what name is on there, because 9 times out of 10, the tag is probably on there and you just never really paid attention to it, which I know this video is probably way late, but I did want to point that out because everybody's like, oh, they're either giving you lists of vendors or they're telling you to like go to Google or go to Alibaba. And to be honest, I don't really trust Alibaba like that, because that's just like a gamble with my money and I don't have time for that. But fashiongo.net is the main one that I use a lot of, so I definitely suggest going there and just going through the whole thing. Super easy to set up, doesn't take that long to get approved. You do have to have a business license, I believe your ID, and that's about it. And it takes a couple days for you to get approved. So hopefully this was really helpful. I'm going over the time limit I set for myself, but whatever, I wanted to make sure I gave you all the knowledge that I had on this brain of mine. So if y'all have any more questions, please hit me up down below and I will happily help y'all out. But welcome back to my channel. I know it's been long overdue and I miss y'all, and don't forget to subscribe and I will be back soon.